it's going to be just barely warm enough today to do this kit. So I've got the spray on, obviously, and I'm going to do that tub today. This might be the only opportunity I have to do so. The tub is in the sun. I'm going to hook up a valve out there to the hot water I plumbed the other day, and I'm going to clean it real good. This don't come with a kit. I would recommend you get some. It did come with these great gloves and everything else. I just don't know how it's going to turn out. Even if it doesn't turn out well, I'll be happy. You better be careful with this stuff. But I'm going to go get a Scotch-Brite pad and my blend of Dawn and Purple Stuff, which I have found to be an excellent degreaser. It hits it on multiple levels. So let me go put the valve on the hot water and try to get things in order here. I got a bunch of other projects. The Spectrum guys actually pulled up almost to the barn, 2 vans, just a little bit ago. I got so excited I got dressed, the shoes on, hat on, and everything else. They were right there at my mailbox and up some, like almost halfway to the barn, and then they turned around and left. Okay, I put this on temporarily. Let's see what we get here. Hopefully we'll see it steamy here. It's warm because I was running it earlier. There it comes, I can hear it. So now I have hot water. Yeah, see it steaming? Yeah, steamy. Alright, well, now we got hot water. That's the first time I've used it out here. What a thrill. Well, let's see what I can make this look like in a few minutes. Round 1 with Dawn and Purple Stuff, and I found there are the chips in the bottom there. So I'm gonna go get my little wheelie dealy thing, Rolex or something I got. I'm gonna get all them, and I'm gonna go around this thing and sort of scuff it with that. And then I'm gonna get, I got that roughy spongy there. And so let's get, that might be a little aggressive, as Beaver would say, but that's okay. I think a little aggressive in here is gonna be good. Okay, so I've got the Dawn, the Purple Stuff, the Roll-Lock disc from 3M, Scotch-Brite pads, and everything else, and I'm not really getting anywhere. I'm sure it's stained, but I'm hitting some rough spots, which I think was probably orange peeling, like right here, from before. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to spray some New Bright on here and see if I can get it to etch a little better. Now we're not going for beauty here, we're just going for a coating, so let's try to keep that in mind. Farmhouse. Okay. Okay, I got her in the sun, I got her rinsed out, I got my alcohol ready to go, I got my cans in hot water. I've been shaking them. You got to shake them like crazy and make sure they coat well, and I think we're going to be okay. The wind is coming and going, but I believe I'll be all right. And like I say, I'm just going for good. I'm not going for great. So we're going to wipe it with alcohol and then let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then we'll start spraying. She's wiped down with alcohol. She looks really dull. That's good. So I'm happy with that, and I believe we're ready to, we're going to give her 10 minutes or so. I got her in the sun all I can, and we're going to spray that really nice warm paint on it. So it's dried out. I see a little bit of moisture here and there. So we're going to give her a first coat, give her the 10 minutes, and give her the second coat. And I just don't see myself as going into the second packet of this stuff. So let's get this stuff out and start shaking. Minimum of 2 minutes on a warm can. Phew! I got one can emptied. That takes a long time, and it's hard to get it out. My recommendation would be, I'll throw it in here. Oh, who's this? It is my old buddy Spam Risk. Oh, I'll have to call him back later. They call me all the time. So needy. Okay, I'll just throw it over here. So this can's empty, but you got to spin this cap around to find the golden spot. I think that's what that red dot is. I don't know. I thought that was something. And you know, as cold as it is, a freaking bug got on it. So anyway, that's the way that goes. So it looks a whole lot better. And this stuff is volatile organic compounds, my friends. I'm going to go get my respirator to spray the other can. But don't that look better? I mean, I could get in that and feel okay about it in a week or two anyway. So I'm getting excited. I got the trailer here. I'm going to do some other stuff. I'm going to clean the porch off, and then I'm going to get the feet for this thing. And later today, I'll have it up on the porch and have it on its feet. And I got to see, I got to see if this is going to fit it. I think it will. So I'm about ready to set it in what I would probably call its permanent home, you know, within reason. I'm not going to bother to stain underneath it. I don't see any reason in that. It's far enough in. And the wind keeps changing back and forth. So, but I think it looks fine. The stains are going away, and it says let it sit for 10 minutes and then recoat it. So that's what we're going to do. But I have to wait between the blast of vent. They're vent blast. I got to tell you, I'm happy that's over. Wow. But it did turn out pretty good. I think if you were inside in better conditions with nobody in the house and a real good respirator, like a 3M quality, something real good respirator, you're okay. But boy, this stuff is volatile, and it's hard to do this in the wind, but I think I'm going to be okay. Sun went behind a cloud, but I think it's fine enough. And oh, look, Buddy Holly came and gave me a hand. I meant to tell y'all that. Gave me some advice on how to do this. He's apparently done it before. So anyway, it's well, if you ever want to do anything outside here, just count on the wind coming up. So I gotta say okay to that. So we're gonna give it a little time, and I'm gonna go inside, and then I got the feet right here. I put a couple of drops of oil on the screws, and that's 7/16 for whatever that's worth. So there are the little claw and balls, and that's what that's called. If you didn't know that, it's called a claw and ball. The good stuff, the good furniture has the claw on like a glass globe. Very beautiful stuff. Used to see that a lot in Hillsboro, and sometimes in other places. Dallas, North Carolina was another place because that's an old county seat of Orange County. But anyway, I digress. So I got to give this, like, you could probably take more time than me and do it in a better environment and get perfect results. I think for what I have done here, it has given me perfect results. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. So, and I tell you what, that's all I'm gonna say today. I got a bunch of other stuff to do. Oh no, I got to say one more thing. That's right, I got to show you what it looks like. We're in its final place here. And I'll probably go ahead and mark the hole for the drain and drill that. So, and and then once I do that, I'll be able to pull up the wire and do my outlet that I'm going to put over here. And I got to find a box down there too. So, yep, it's been interesting. And I'll just have to take little bites at a time. But boy, isn't that an improvement? All right, final shot here. There she is in place, and that's probably going to be right where she's going to stay. I got my hole saw ready to do this, but I'm not going to mess with this for a while. Somehow bugs got, it's not warm enough for bugs. So I got to see about putting a piece of wood there I'm going to take those 2x4s I stained on the back of Daphne and the 2x4x10s, and I'm going to cut some of them in half because they're more or less just stapling strips. But anyway, here we go. What do you think? Ain't it a thing of beauty? I'm getting there. This was a big part of it, and I love those feet. And everybody's got their way of doing that. Okay, give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe and all that stuff, and we'll talk later. I think the metal roofing guy's going to be here soon. That'll be nice. All right, moving on to another phase. I've got the Metabo and I got my lumber that's stained, and I'm going to start doing the fixing up for the screen and the screen door and all that other stuff. So I think I got about everything up here. So I'm going to try to put one piece up, and I'm going to call it a day. So I'm gonna staple them, get them stable. I'll show you in a minute, and then I'll get some screws and screw them down and make them as good as I can. Now I'm going to use these 2x4s, and it's going to give me more support up here too. So when I get this measurement, I'm going to add a couple of 30 seconds. I'm going to just whack it on in there in place, and then we'll hope for the best. And then this will be the end of the hornets and the birds and all that other stuff. I don't really mind the birds, but you know, they kind of get aggressive sometimes. They get uppity. You think I hate an uppity bird. So that's it for today. Sun's going down. It's getting real cold, but that's my first stick right there. Makes everything else look pretty bad, don't it? So I put some Gorilla Glue down here, and I just sort of stapled it into place to give it some stability. So 106 5/8 inches, and so that's pretty good. And that just left me that little bit of scrap over there. So that'll be the first thing, and then I was careful as I could be with it, and it don't have to be super airtight. It's just going to be a screen door. So this was much wider. The steps were so half of this and then half of 36/18 go each side. You know, blah blah blah. Measuring 101. So let's go in. We'll start again tomorrow. And I wish y'all would come and get this mess out of here. I think it's going to be just precious. So anyway, all right. So the spy project continues.